everyone, my name is Amanda Kleckler with Grace Monroe Home, the industry leader in luxury floral wreaths. I'm going to show you today how to make a beautiful full bow using two separate ribbons. So let's get started. Here are the things that you will need to make your bow. Wire, a bow maker, scissors, wire cutters, and two separate types of wired ribbon. So the first thing that you want to do when making your bow is you want to cut your wire. I cut my wire about 24 inches because I like mine extra long so that I make sure that I have plenty of room to attach it on the wreath. Now I double my wire, and then I put it right through the bow maker and flip it underneath. And then I just sit my bow maker down. For your tails, you're going to cut two equal lengths. You can cut them any length you like. I actually like longer tails, so I cut mine about 24 inches total, and you want them to be the same length. So about 12-inch tails. There'll be 12 inches on each side. Once you have it cut, you're just going to put it right through the bow maker, just like that, and make sure that it is even. If it's not even, you can just adjust it and make it even. So you're going to push it all the way down. And then you're going to get your first ribbon, which I'm going to start with my plaid ribbon. And you're going to put it right through the bow maker. You're going to leave just a little bit, about an inch. And you're going to, for this bow, this is a full bow, so you're going to want about 6 inches. So each of your loops is going to be about 6 inches. If you like a smaller bow, you'll make them a little bit smaller. If you want your bow larger, you'll make them a little bit longer. But for this bow, each loop is going to be approximately 6 inches. So once I have my first ribbon on there, I'm going to take my second ribbon, and I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to leave about an inch. And I'm going to make 6-inch loops on each side. And then push it down. Then again, I'm going to take my plaid ribbon and I'm going to do exactly the same thing. Six inches on each side. Now this ribbon, this satin ribbon, it's really pretty, but it's a little bit different on each side. There's a shiny side and then there's a matte side. So if your ribbon is different, is not the same on both sides, then you're going to have to flip, which means I just take my hand just like that, and I take my ribbon and I just quickly flip it over. And then put it in like that so that the shiny side is up. The shiny side is what's going to show in the bow. Then I'm going to do the same thing to the next loop. I'm just going to flip it right over. Just like that. So I just want to make sure that the shiny side is on top, because that's what I want people to see in my bow. I'm going to do the same thing with the plaid. And all along, I'm just pushing it down, just pushing down to make sure I get it as tight as I can. And see, if you watch me, I'm making sure to flip that every time. So for this bow, I'm going to do 3 loops of each ribbon on each side. So now that I have my 3 loops of both my plaid and my burgundy ribbon, I'm going to push it down, and then I'm going to take this wire that I tucked underneath, I'm just going to pull up. Okay, so I have my loop where I doubled it over, and then I have my end. And if you watch my fingers, I'm just holding on to the ribbon, just holding on to it really tight and pushing down as I pull my ribbon, as I pull my wire up. Okay, so now I'm just making sure that I get it really, really tight. And then I'm going to open up the wire just like that, so that I have 1 wire in each hand. And I'm going to come around the back of the bow, and then I'm just going to tighten it again to make sure it's really secure and the bow doesn't fall apart. So I'm just tightening, and then I'm going to twist. And you can either twist the bow itself or you can twist the wire, whichever is easier for you. Okay, so I twist it 3 or 4 times just to make sure that it's really secure. And then all of this excess ribbon, I'm just going to cut that off. So I'm going to try to cut it off just as closely as I can. Just like that. Okay. So at this point, this is what your bow will look like. This is before you have fluffed it out. It's going to look just like that. You're going to make sure that your wire is in the back and that you have plenty of wire to wire it, to attach it to your wreath or wherever you're going to hang it. And now I'm going to start pulling out my loops, fluffing my loops. So one at a time, I just fluff them around and adjust them and make them look nice and full. Okay. So this is what it looks like. And now I'm going to cut the tails. Just do something called a dovetail right on the end. Just like that. See, I'm cutting at an angle. Just kind of gives it that finished look. So I'm going to do the same thing to this one. You can cut them separately or you can do it together, either way. Okay. And there you go. And now if you wanted shorter tails, you could cut them shorter. If you want more loops, you can add loops. But this is how you make a bow using a bow maker with 2 different ribbons. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to see more tutorials, go to www.gracemonroehome.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.